All right. First and foremost, we would like to give all praise and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who well teach well being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations. Hopefully they got that pushing the word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to hopefully the believers and listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah. All right, the GMS Mississippi branch, and we're coming with another lesson. All right, and it's going into the reward. All right, is worth the suffering. Okay, the reward of the kingdom is worth the suffering that we go through now. Okay, because we live in a society, where it's all about instant gratification. Quick come ups. The easy route. Convenience. But as we embarked on the path of righteousness, we pretty much catch nothing but resistance in this society, because this is a spiritual war, all right? And remember, this society is ran by Satan, okay? So with that being said, as the scriptures say, he that departed from evil making himself a prey or a target, and it's a fight to keep a righteous standard, to try to rehearse a righteous standard in a wicked society. And then you have Yahweh Shah that takes us through afflictions, okay, to prove us, but then it's favor on the back end, you see. So as we go through these things, the thing that gives us the push to get through it is that there's a reward that in the hereafter that far outweighs, okay, the temporal, afflictions and sufferings and losses and trials that we go through, man. You got it, brother.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 16.
Yep.
The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit
Yep.
that we are the children of the Most High.
Yeah, so the spirit bear witness with our spirit, okay, which is the spirit within us, all right, has an attachment to this Bible, you see, because the Bible has a spirit, you see, and we're attached to this book because this book is about us, man, okay? It's about our relationship with our power. So we have an attachment to this book like no other people. And they bear witness of who we are, because right now we don't have the records like our forefathers had, when they could prove your lineage to your father all the way back to one of the men of the tribe. That's why Apostle Paul said, look, I'm an Israelite of the stock of Benjamin.
Good.
He could prove his records through the lineage of his fathers, but we don't have that now, so it's through faith. Go ahead.
And if children, then heirs,
Yep.
heirs of the Most High.
And if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High. Okay? Heirs to what? You see? An inheritance, man. And that's another thing as we have been attached back to our forefathers, all right? We understand we enter into an inheritance. Okay? And that inheritance, that's your reward. Okay? Which entitles world dominion, immortality, okay, spiritual powers. You see, abundance in the earth. Okay, all these things, man. Whatever our heart desire, when we gonna go into it. You got it, bro.
They had looked up that word heir,
Yep.
and it said, one who receives by lot and heir. And then the outline too, it says one who has acquired or obtained a portion allotted to him.
Yep, a portion allotted to him. And for the sons of God, we got a lot coming. We got everything coming. And it's gonna far outweigh the suffering, these temporal sufferings that we go through, man. Okay? That's why Apostle Paul gonna say what he's gonna say. Go ahead.
It says, and joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
Yep.
For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Hey, the suffering that we presently go through ain't even worthy to compare to the glory that the Lord is going to reveal in us, man. Like they're revealing that we the sons of God. Like we really got to understand, what does that mean? That means limitless, man. Okay? That means we finna exist in a whole new frequency. Like it's gonna be a whole new way of existing for us, man. And nobody else will ever get to experience that but their lineage, okay, of Israelites, man, the children of promise. Okay? Immortality. Like, how can you fathom that? How can you compare immortality to a lifetime of suffering? Okay, or the captivities we've been through as a nation. Like you can't compare an immortal rulership, okay, to temporary captivities and affliction, man. Okay, and the things that we go through in our day to day now, that we at the very end, it don't compare. Let's say it's not even worthy to talk about, man. Okay.
Right. And the king, you're not even gonna be thinking about it.
Nah, you ain't gonna want to bring that shit up. Cause we gonna be so on.
Right.
When you own, you know, when you own, like you, that's all you want to be on. You see, the next thing, okay, the next great thing, okay. ain't gonna be no blues, right? Ain't gonna sing the blues in the kingdom, man, about how we used to have it. Nah, man, is it gonna be rejoicing? Okay, you had something?
I had a precept.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 7, starting at verse 7. It's like in verse 6. There is another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things.
Yep, and this is the kingdom. This is the meaning of Israel and the earth, man. And it's full of all good things, man. Hey, the earth finna get its smell back. The earth finna be turned back into a paradise. Ain't no more saving up to go on a 1 week vacation, then come back, all right, to captivity, man. No, the earth is gonna be a paradise, okay? What we live in is gonna be a paradise. Jerusalem gonna be decked out, okay?
Everywhere you go is a vacation.
Everywhere you go is a vacation, okay? And we're gonna have servants everywhere we go. Hey, when this brother come to my estates, you're gonna have servants. You're gonna be being served. Okay? Me and this brother go to another brother's estates. Guess what? We're gonna continue to be served no matter where we go in the earth. The earth is gonna be like one big resort. Okay? And we're gonna have that VIP treatment everywhere we go. Okay?
And whenever they hear you coming, wherever it may be, they're gonna prepare it just for you.
Yep.
They're gonna just like when like say the president coming down to a city, to a state, and he gonna be staying in a certain city, certain hotel. They finna make sure everything is tip top, make sure it's all the way perfect for him, so he don't have no type of complaints.
Yeah, they set up perimeters. They cut off certain interstates. You can't go down certain streets. You can't go down because he there.
Certain jobs shut down.
Yeah, certain job.
Everything shut down just for him.
Yeah.
How much more in the kingdom with us? Like you said, the whole earth gonna be a paradise.
Yeah, it's gonna be a resort. A real resort that rest. You see? The word resort go into. You got it, brother.
It says verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
You break it down, bro.
To all the suffering going through this present walk, going through this walk that we walking right now, the trials that you can, because it's easy to get caught back up into the world, to fall back into the world. That's why I said the entrance is narrow. The same thing that Yahweh Shah said, the straight gate, going to that difficult road, that narrow path, because it's easy to fall back into that world, easy to fall back into the world. And only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once, right? Because really, we have to walk our own walk. We have to
endure our own suffering. Each brother got their own portion of suffering, that we got to endure. Okay, but just like each brother gonna have their own portion of reward that they gonna receive. But it's gonna be well worth the reward. It's gonna be way beyond the suffering, man. It's gonna far outweigh the suffering, man. Like now you work 60 and 70 hours because you're gonna get a certain, type of check. The overtime and certain things, so you endure those afflictions of those long hours to get this certain type of check. But it really don't weigh out. Right. Like you get a decent check, but you still punishing your body.
So you gotta go do it again.
Yeah, then so really not weighing out, especially in the long run. But see, what we're doing, this is going to weigh out, because then we're going to get new bodies. So all the affliction that we put on these bodies to labor for the kingdom, we're going to get new bodies, and then we're going to be at rest. Right. You see, this the perfect payout plan.
Right, perfect retirement.
Perfect retirement, man. Go ahead.
Uh,
That was it on me.
I got one more here. It says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
Yep. How shall he receive this inheritance if we don't go through the suffering? Because the suffering is building us a certain way too. The suffering is necessary. You know, this temporal suffering is building us a certain type of way, so we can rule in righteousness eternally. You know, so the temporal sufferings are necessary. That's why the Lord had us go through all these things so we can be built a certain way, so we can be perfect judges. We can be complete judges when we rule the earth eternally, man. You know, the earth is going to be in perfect balance, and we're going to know how to maintain that perfect balance because of the afflictions and the suffering that we've suffered, man. It's pretty much like someone who raises from being a janitor to the CEO. He done been everywhere. He done been a janitor. He done been a delivery worker. You know, he done been an office worker. He done been a designer. You know, he done been in sales, marketing, you know, accounting, and then finally he's the CEO. So he knows how to judge everything with balance because he done did everything, man. He done been in every position you can be.
You got the full spectrum.
Yeah, the full spectrum.
Look at it from all different perspectives.
Yep. Yep. Get the you had something?
No, that was
Okay, come get that 2 Corinthians 4 and you get 2 Corinthians 4 and 17. No, matter of fact, start at 16. Yep.
This is 2 Corinthians 4 and 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Yeah, the inward man is renewed day by day. It said the outward man perish, and that's what a lot of the suffering is for, to purge away that old nigga. That nigga gotta perish so we can really come into the favor. The Yahweh Shai, when it comes into ministry, now you know niggas of the world blessed by Satan, you know, and they're doing things that's gonna get them destroyed to get those temporal blessings. Okay? But favor from Yahweh Shai comes through suffering for Yahweh Shai. You know? That's the only path to that favor is to go through the suffering. You know?
I have chose thee in the furnace of affliction.
Woo!
Isaiah 45.
Yep. So the only way to get to that favor of Yahweh Shai is go through the suffering of Yahweh Shai, man. So that suffering kills that old nigga, okay? And it renews the new man, okay? That's that purification process. Go ahead.
Verse 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
It said our small affliction, which is what but for a moment. It said our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us an exceedingly, all right, weight in eternal glory, man. You see? You can't compare eternal to something that has a time on it. You can't compare eternity to, let's say, as a nation, we've been in captivity, you know, 1,000 years. You know, just as a nation. They're just throwing a number out there. You know, Jake, you know, Jake fact check and try, you know, we're just throwing a number out there. You know, Jake gonna go look it up.
Video edit.
Yeah, you know, Jake gonna go look it up. You know, but just throwing a number out there. 1,000 years is something that can be measured. You can't measure eternity. So everything we went through for 1,000 years ain't gonna compare to the reward that the Most High gonna continue to pay out. Because it's going to continue to pay out, man. You know? It's going to continue to flip. You're going to continually, okay, as a man, you're going to continue to be able to expand your house. No end to it. Okay? There's planets. How Shai say what? I go in my father's house, there are many mansions. You see? Talking about planets and galaxies, man.
Right.
Okay? So, yeah, we're going to lose, you know, apartments and houses and, you know, that Volkswagen, yeah. You know, that Volkswagen 10 to 1. You're going to lose, you know, particular things, but what we got to gain, you can't even compare what we lost to what we gained. Man. You can't even begin to compare it. You know, a house to an estate, okay? A house to a province, okay? A house to a planet. You see?
Then the fact that they said, "I have not seen, ear have not heard," we can't even imagine it with our minds what the Lord got in store for us.
Yep.
You know, let alone compare. We can't even imagine it. We going off the scriptures, faith, hope, and speculation.
Yep. and then just to be in the eternal body, like how not to ever have to think about death, like what the death ain't even a thought. What type of peace that's gonna bring, like man, it's just gonna hit different, man. The kingdom of Israel is just gonna hit different. He got it, bro.
And he gonna make it to where we can't even lose it.
Yeah.
Lord finna make it to where we can't lose the kingdom.
So we got that that new covenant. It's gonna be within us. Let's get that what's that Hebrews 11 and 24.
You want verse 18 as well?
Yeah.
It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
The things that are not seen are eternal. Because everything around us is temporal, man. And see, we should have the mindset not to be attached to anything, man. The only thing we should be attached to is the world to come. Is that hope and salvation, all right, and deliverance from the destruction, all right, and to be joint heirs and rule with your house shot in the world to come. You see, that's what we should be attached to, man. Okay? Nothing here, all right, is vain. No matter how much you got of anything or what type of status or clout you got, is vain. Because how shot finna come clean the slate in the earth, man. He finna come wipe everything clean. They're gonna be talking about LeBron breaking the goddamn scoring record, man. Okay? That shit ain't even gonna register. They ain't even gonna. They'll never come up. For eternity, that shit won't never come up.
Right.
That this nigga broke a scoring record, man. Who cares? Okay? when them missiles, them missiles hit, you think a nigga gonna be worried about, when Jacob Trouble hit, even when Jacob Trouble hit, like the things that people talk about for hours and debate and argue about it, that shit ain't gonna matter. Show you how vain it is, because it ain't gonna matter. But what is gonna matter is the mercy of Yahweh Shai. Bro.
You said Hebrews
11 and 24. We gonna make a point.
This is Hebrews 11 and 24.
Yeah.
By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
Yeah, so Moses pretty much forsook the current world. Why? Because he had a vision beyond what he seen. Okay? He had a vision beyond what he seen. He had a hope in the unseen. Okay, go ahead.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High.
Yep.
Than to enjoy pleasures of sin for a season.
And pleasures of sin for a season. You see? He rather suffer the affliction than the suffering, because he had faith in a reward beyond the suffering. And that's what anything, like, to get through the suffering, you got to see something beyond the suffering that's driving you through the suffering, man. And Moses had that. Go ahead.
Esteeming the reproach of Yahweh Shai greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward.
So we value the riches of the kingdom, okay, the promises of our forefathers, okay. We value the things in the scriptures more than the things that we see outside in society, man. Okay, the hell with being platinum, being a platinum rapper, okay, or Hall of Fame athlete. Like, nah, we value what the scriptures say way above. We'll value, especially Israelite men, we value being a joint heir with Yahweh Shai above everything. We wouldn't even want to be on the elites, we wouldn't even want to be on their level. Like, nah, because it's still in this society. Nah, we want what's promised in the scripture. You see?
Yeah, same thing what Yahweh Shai was waiting for. That's what we want to wait for.
Yep.
If Yahweh Shai can patiently wait, and his name is the greatest among us all, how much more should we wait?
Yep. Well, you tell Satan, like, shit, I'm good. Satan was tempting him, like, I'll make you ruler of all these kingdoms. If thou bow down to me, you like, no, I'm good. So I'm getting everything. I made everything.
I'm gonna get it anyway.
Yeah. So why, Jake selling themselves short, and Jake sell themselves short in this present world. Like, you got Jake that's proud as hell right now, okay? And see what Jake doing? They're selling themselves short because they want their clout now. They want their fame now. So Jake could be openly rebellious because he getting applauded, by a fan club. Okay, that's Jake reward though.
I think Doja Cat, she made a little TikTok video saying that At first, she wants to be a part of, the Illuminati and all that. Now she don't want to do it no more. And they made her cut her hair and all that. But then you start looking at the pictures that she took. She like a demon. I don't know if you've seen the pictures of her. She her face looked like a demon, and she had like her hands was stretching her jaws out. She got two pictures like that. She like a straight demon.
Finn, who that is?
Doja Cat.
Oh yeah, I think I know that. Yeah,
Through some type of female rapper.
Yeah, through. You know, and everybody that chose Egypt is finna suffer with Egypt, man. Everybody that chose this way, that chose the beast over Yahweh Shai, all our people, they finna suffer with it, man. Okay, they gonna burn with it, man. Okay, or be tormented in Jacob's trouble. Either way, okay. Cause hey, we suffering now, so we can be rewarded later. See, you Jakes, you want your rewards now, and you gonna suffer later, man. Okay, I'd rather do the suffering first, man. Okay, and then suffering with Yahweh Shai, that ease the burden, man. Okay, you keep going on there.
It says, verse 27. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, but he endured at seeing him who is invisible.
Hey, he endured at seeing him who was invisible. Okay, he had a big picture mindset. He seen the far off. All right, even the wrath of the king couldn't sway Moses. All right, from what he hoped in, man. Just like now, at least we know they plan on doing all type of stuff to brothers, man, and they got all these different type of, agendas, and we know they watching right now. We know they know where we stay and everything about us, man. Okay, but I hope, all right, is in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. The hell with the king of this world, man. Okay, we see beyond this nigga, man. And then it's written in the scripture for our comfort, hey, that we shouldn't fear him, man. All right, because the Most High through Yahweh Shai got these people, man. They finna suffer. Go ahead.
We already got the victory. They already lost.
Yeah.
They're just waiting to play out.
Yeah. We just suffering until we get the victory, really, pretty much. We suffering until the victory comes. And even then, the Most High gives us what? Spurts of favor. And just to show you, like, look, that's suffer. Because really, that's the pattern of the truth. Okay? You suffer a little bit, then favor. You got your season of favor, then you got the season of suffering, you got the season of favor. And the Lord is conditioning us to go through the suffering. So when the suffering hit, we're like, okay, we know what's beyond this.
Yeah.
We done experienced this before. Okay?
Not to freak out.
Yeah, we know what's beyond this, yeah. It's supposed to be like this, man. Okay, you read 28, man.
Verse 28. Through faith he kept the Passover and the sprinkling of blood, lest he destroyed the firstborn, should touch them.
Yeah, he had that fear. And see, we're sprinkled with the cover, that blood of Yahweh Shai. When you go into that, sprinkling of the blood, what it meant. You see? But see, we fear Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, so we don't have to fear nothing else. Okay? And we'll go through that suffering because we know the Most High is faithful, all right, to his promises, man. He's undefeated. He's undefeated. When you look in the scriptures, he's undefeated in our day-to-day. He's undefeated. We still here. We ain't miss no meal. You see? He's still maneuvering in the society. He's undefeated. So we're going to ride with that, man, all the way out, man. We're gonna suffer to the victory, man. You got something else, bro? Hey, with that, we pray that you brothers, all right, and you few sisters are edified. Once again, we give all praise and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kapadash.
Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to our brothers. Peace and blessings, salutation, hope for that. Shalom.
Shalom.